If you're wondering, I'm editing this on a phone instead of my shitty PC. But that's besides the point. Welcome to the new series I call A Totally Normal Gran Turismo 5 Playthrough. The goal for this playthrough is to beat Dream Car Championship, which is all the way up in the Extreme series. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe because nobody does it anyway. Let us begin. So first, let's boot up the game. And yeah, let's just say the game took a while to boot up and set up. Now that I'm done with setting up the game, let's see what the used car dealership has to offer. And possibly buy a starter car. Perfect. A Ford KA is exactly what I need. Now I can't really show you the animation of it being bought because it's in extremely low quality. And before I forget, now that we got our starter car, let's go race. The goal for the first episode is to beat Sunday Cup and Lightweight K Cup. So let's go do that right now. First, I'm gonna do Sunday Cup. First race is at Autumn Ring Mini. So let's see how I do. Yeah, as much as I tried, the best I could do was third place. So I figured the Ford KA needed an upgrade. So I bought a low RPM turbo kit. Now let's try again and see how I do. So the first corner came around and I managed to beat the Volkswagen Lupo with ease. Then the next corner came around and I easily beat the Vauxhall Tigra. Then it took me the rest of the lap to catch up to the other two. And the second lap began. So the first corner was coming up and I went for it and beat the S14 Silvia. And it took me a whole nother lap to catch up to the C4. Then the third lap started and I went for it and beat the Citroen C4. And then after that I just cruised to the finish line and beat the race. Which earned me 4,000 credits. Which is not a lot, but we'll take it. The second race was held at Grand Valley East. Yeah, I think we all know how this went. But either way, I tried my best and overtook the CRX. And then later I overtook the Mini Cooper and the Mazda MX-5. And then I overtook the Vauxhall Tigra and the Mazda Atenza. As expected, some of the opponents beat me at the straight. But then I redeemed myself by beating the CRX and the Renault Megane. Now I tried to catch up to the Mazda MX-5, but no luck. So the Ford KA needed another upgrade. So I bought the mid-RPM turbo kit. Now let's try again and see how I do. Now as expected, everyone beat me at the straight. But then I redeemed myself using the cornering strategy, beating the CRX, MX-5 and the Sunfire. Now I tried to catch up to the other racers, but I smacked into a wall. Either way, I still managed to beat the Mini Cooper. Then I went for it at the next braking zone and beat the two other racers. Then I smacked into the Renault Megane and gained back my lead. Now everything was going great until we got to the straight. The Megane and the Atenza were right on my tail. and they overtook me before I knew it. And also the Sunfire tried to end my race but failed. Either way, the braking zone came up and I managed to beat the Renault Megane. The next braking zone came around and I managed to beat the Mazda Atenza. And then I had to hold off the Atenza for the rest of the lap, which is easier said than done. And then the straight came along. I tried my best to hold off the Atenza for as long as I can, but the other opponents started to catch up. Either way, I won the race. Earned another 4,000 credits, and reached level 3. The third and the final race was held at Tsukuba Circuit. The first braking zone came around and I managed to beat the Mazda Demio. The next corner came around and I managed to beat the Suzuki Swift Sport. And then after that, I managed to beat the Peugeot 106. The next braking zone came around and I managed to beat the Toyota Volts. Overall, this race was really easy. Then I just cruised to the finish line and won the race. And earned another 4,000 credits on top of that. And yeah, that's Sunday Cup. In this game, you get prize cards for completing the events. So, let's see what we get. A Toyota Vitz, which we can use for the Vitz race. And now let's do lightweight K-Cup. But first, we need to get a key car. So let's check the used car dealership. Nice. We can use this car for lightweight K-Cup. I represent you to our new addition to the garage, the Suzuki Auto Works Suzuki Sport Limited. Anyways, let's go do lightweight K-Cup now. The first race is held at Autumn Ring Mini Reverse. So let's see how I do. So the race starts with the other cars pulling away from me. But not for long. Later catching up to the Daihatsu Copen and overtaking it. And then overtaking the Honda Z-Act. And then it took me a whole nother lap to catch up to the other two racers. And then I tried to overtake the AutoZam AZ1, but failed. I tried to overtake it again and succeeded this time. And then at the braking zone, I overtook the Honda Beat, which secured me a safe victory. So far, all the races I've done were pretty easy. Anyways, I earned 5,000 credits and reached level 4. The second race was held at Suzuka East, a track that's all about top speed, which my car has. But anyways, I overtook the Daihatsu Midget and later on beat the Daihatsu Move RS. Then on the next corner, I beat the Suzuki Cappuccino. And then after that, I beat the Daihatsu Mira. All on the first lap. And since I overtook everyone on the first lap, I managed to build a 6-second lead and win the race. And earning another 5,000 credits. And yeah, that's lightweight K-Cup. So I successfully beat lightweight K-Cup and got a Suzuki wagon which I'll never use. Now, I know this video is a lot shorter than you would expect it to be, but that's for a good reason, because most of the events in Gran Turismo 5 only have 2 or 3 races, and some of them are just filler events, the likes of the Vitz race, NRA Roadster Cup, etc. But you know, it'll just be like that sometimes. Now, where do we go from here? I guess we will find out soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in episode 2.